Hi, welcome back to 7 Steps to Meditation Practice. I'm Faye Jones and I'm happy to be here today. So yesterday we talked about getting ready to sit, the body mechanics of sitting, and finding a comfortable place in your body to be able to begin meditating. Now today we're going to expand on that theme just a little bit because even though we know what position to be in, sometimes it takes some preparation to actually get there. When I sit in a cross-legged pose, my knees drop down naturally. Now I am aware that that is not true for everyone. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to warm up the body a little bit, open things up so that when you do sit, it's going to be a little more comfortable. So first thing that we want to look at is what do we want to warm up? Now, if you're sitting in this position, you may notice that your knees are tight. And that is one important thing to address. Another area is the hips. And a lot of people, like I said, their cross-legged position looks like this. So we need to work with that. We need to open up the hips a little and support in a way that's going to make sense so that you can sit for a while. And the final thing then is your spine, because you are actually having to hold yourself up while you're in this position. So we want to give that a little bit of a warm-up as well. Now, I could just give you a step-by-step, these are the things to do when you are warming up to meditate. However, every single body is a little bit different. And where I don't need it so much in the hips for the warm-up, I really need to warm up my spine. Because when I wake up in the morning, my spine's a little stiff. So what I really encourage you to do is explore with all of this stuff, see where you need more, and this is just then another opportunity. It just becomes another opportunity to go more deeply into your body, pay closer attention to what's going on, which is a meditation all by itself. So first thing we're going to do is find this position where the feet are together and the knees are out to the sides. This is a cobbler pose in yoga. Now again, knees might be up here. That's fine. If that happens, it might be easier if you put your hands behind and then lift the chest and allow the knees to drop as they're able. And when you're in these positions, we're going to move through them fairly quickly today, but when you're in these positions, you do want to take a little bit of time, allow your body the chance to relax into that pose and feel those muscles starting to let go. And that's when you know when to move on. So obviously that one is going to bring some attention to the hips, but also to the knees. You've got a nice bend in the knees there. So keeping down in the lower part of the body, keeping in the vein of what we did yesterday where we worked our way up. I'm going to turn to the side. I'm going to lie back here just so that it's a little bit easier for you. It might be easier to lie all the way flat. But so you know I'm still talking to you, I will come up like this. We're going to just put the legs out straight in front. Put them about shoulder widths apart. And just kind of tick-tock the feet. Move the toes from right to left. You're getting a nice gentle movement through the hips. Remember that hip is a ball and socket joint, so it doesn't just move in one direction, it moves all the way around. So this is kind of addressing that. Then bring the knees up, feet together. Drop the knees to one side. Come back up. Switch sides. Now try to keep your upper body still so that you're actually creating a mild twist through here. It's going to do a nice job of opening up the hips and moving some things around in the low back as well. Now we're going to step the feet out to the edges of the mat. Scoot your bottom a little closer to your feet. And then drop the right knee down to the left toe. And the left knee to the right toe. Nice. That feels so good. Okay. So we've done a little bit of warming up through the hips and the low back. So next we're going to sit just with the knees bent, sitting on your heels. If that's too much of a bend in the knee, then you can take a blanket, fold it up, put it between the heels and the bottom. That's going to open up the knees nicely. And if that's still too much a bend for your knee, then we can go back to the bolster. Bring that bolster up here and actually straddle the bolster. So once you do that, you're in a position that's called hero's pose, which is a nice alternative to sitting cross-legged if the knees and the low back in particular are an issue. So in this position, I'm going to turn this so that you can see me. So in this position, in this hero's pose, we're going to just start to gently roll the shoulders, open up the back a little bit, start to move the spine. The spine is made up of many, many joints. Each vertebrae in the back is a joint. So you want to get some movement through these joints. Encourage some blood flow through here. You can bring the chest forward and then drop the belly button back in toward the spine. Rolling the shoulders. You can even take the head from side to side, round in circles. So we want to see that there's some movement going on through the body. Now, again, this is a situation where you are checking in with your body at every step along the way. And as you do that, you will start to notice some different sensations. You may notice places where there's a little bit of pain or discomfort. Work with that. Again, anytime you're moving your body, you want to go up against that, but you don't want to go deep into it because that's going to create a situation where you're dealing with injuries. So to prevent the injuries, then, another benefit of being present in your body, just pay attention as you're moving through these positions and see what feels good, see what doesn't feel good. And like I said, this is just another process of exploration. So that should get you started with connecting back in with your body, finding the places that are tight, warming them up a little bit, preparing yourself to sit. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video where we're going to begin to talk about objects of focus. So we'll be talking about things like mantras and following your breath and music and other things like that that can assist you in bringing your practice to its next step. Thank you so much for joining me. See you tomorrow. Namaste.